How many times have you caught yourself making excuses? I don't have time for this. Now isn't the right time. I'm not good enough. These thoughts might seem harmless at first glance, but they are, in fact, obstacles you place between yourself and the life you desire. Joe Dispenza teaches us that these excuses are reflections of limiting beliefs and old mental patterns that prevent us from reaching our true potential. The reality is many of us have become prisoners of these excuses, living in a state of limitation, conformity, and fear. But what would happen if you stopped justifying why you're not living your best life? What if instead you began to take action toward your dreams without letting these mental barriers control you? Joe Dispenza believes you can break free from these excuses and reprogram your mind to live a life full of purpose, success, and fulfillment. The key is to stop believing in the limitations you impose on yourself and start creating new realities based on infinite possibilities. How to break the cycle of excuses and take the first step toward living the best of your life. The truth is, you have the power to change your reality. No matter how many times you've convinced yourself otherwise, every choice and thought you have is shaping the future you experience. Now is the time to stop making excuses and start taking action. One of the biggest lessons Joe Dispenza teaches us is that the excuses we use are mental constructs that keep us trapped in the comfort of the known. Often these excuses stem from deep fears, limiting beliefs, and above all, an attachment to the past. When we cling to excuses, we're really telling ourselves, I'm not capable of living something different. Think for a moment. How many times have you told yourself you didn't have the time, energy, or resources to do something you truly wanted? That success or happiness was for other people, but not for you? These phrases, these excuses become a vicious cycle, a mental prison that seems unbreakable, but it's just an illusion. According to Joe Dispenza, these excuses are deeply rooted thought patterns in your subconscious. Over the years, your brain has been trained to repeat these patterns. This happens because the brain seeks the comfort of the known, the predictable. Even though excuses are limiting your life, they offer a sense of security because they keep you where you are. However, to live your best life, you must challenge these patterns and free yourself from this prison. Excuses are invisible barriers you've built to protect yourself from the unknown. The fear of failure, rejection, or inadequacy keeps you from trying something new. But if you continue holding on to these justifications, you'll never discover the true potential that lies within you. Joe Dispenza states that the first step to stop making excuses is to become aware of them. Observe yourself throughout the day. What reasons do you give for not taking action? What automatic thoughts arise when you think about changing something? When you start observing these excuses without identifying with them, you're already on the path to breaking the cycle. From this awareness, the power of choice emerges. Joe Dispenza says that by consciously choosing to let go of these excuses, you begin to create space for new possibilities. Each excuse you abandon is an opportunity to take a step toward the life of your dreams. The real obstacle to living the life you've always wanted isn't in the external world, circumstances, or other people. It's in your mind. Joe Dispenza explains that our automatic thoughts, those that arise without us noticing, are responsible for many of the excuses we make. They are like computer programs running in the background without us having conscious control over them. When you say, I don't have time, I'm not capable, or I don't deserve it, these thoughts come from old patterns, deeply ingrained in your brain through past experiences. The problem is that you've spent years repeating these same beliefs to the point where they feel true. But Joe Dispenza teaches us something fundamental. The brain can be reprogrammed. Through neuroplasticity, the brain has the ability to create new neural connections. This means you can literally change the way you think, feel, and respond to life. But for this transformation to happen, you need to be willing to challenge your own thoughts and beliefs. One of the great secrets Joe Dispenza shares is that by becoming aware of your limiting thought patterns and beginning to change how you respond to them, you start breaking the cycle of excuses. When you realize that the limitations are within you, you have the power to change them. One of the most powerful tools for this change is meditation. During meditation, you slow down the flow of automatic thoughts and create space to observe your beliefs and excuses from a new perspective. When you meditate regularly, you start to disassociate from these excuses and create new possibilities. Meditation allows you to disconnect from the past and open up to the present, where anything is possible. You are not a prisoner of the excuses your mind creates. You can choose to stop feeding them and instead start thinking and acting like the person you want to become. When you do this, the impossible becomes possible. Overcoming excuses and taking concrete steps to transform your life isn't something that happens overnight. It's a gradual process that starts with simple yet powerful practices. Joe Dispenza suggests that the first step to eliminating these excuses is developing self-awareness. This means paying attention to your thoughts and recognizing when an excuse arises. Often we make excuses automatically, without realizing we're limiting ourselves. So throughout the day, observe your reactions and the reasons you come up with for not taking action. Ask yourself, is this excuse truly valid, or am I just protecting myself from the unknown? When you start asking this question, you begin to identify the barriers you've created. The next step involves reversing these limiting thoughts. When an excuse like "I don't have time" comes up, you can intentionally replace it with something more constructive, like "I will prioritize what's important." Instead of thinking "I'm not good enough," tell yourself, "I'm on the right path, learning and growing with each step." These small shifts in your inner dialogue start to reprogram your mind to focus on solutions rather than problems. Over time, your brain gets used to seeking opportunities instead of barriers. Moreover, the practice of daily meditation is essential. Meditation allows you to slow down the flow of automatic thoughts and create space to observe your beliefs and mental patterns from a more objective perspective. Joe Dispenza teaches that by meditating, you disconnect from the excuses and limitations that bind you to the past, opening yourself up to new possibilities in the present. Meditation helps restructure your brain, enabling you to develop a more open and positive mindset, crucial for overcoming excuses. Another powerful tool Joe recommends is success visualization. This practice involves imagining yourself already living the life of your dreams, free from the excuses that limit you. Every day, take a few minutes to visualize yourself achieving your goals, facing challenges with confidence, and experiencing the fulfillment of your dreams. As you visualize, try to feel the emotions this ideal life would bring, such as joy, satisfaction, and gratitude. This helps align your thoughts and emotions with the reality you want to create, stimulating your brain to find ways to turn this vision into reality. Finally, consistent action is indispensable. To overcome excuses, you must take action, even if the steps are small. Each time you do something toward your goals, no matter how minor, you begin to weaken the power of excuses and strengthen your confidence. Action creates a ripple effect, where each small move builds momentum for the next, paving the way for your dreams to come true. Overcoming excuses takes practice and perseverance. By integrating these tools, self-awareness, thought reversal, meditation, visualization, and consistent action, you'll begin to see significant changes in your mindset and, consequently, your reality. Remember, the life you want is on the other side of your excuses. By taking the first step and persisting, you can overcome any self-imposed limitations and begin living the full, fulfilled life you've always dreamed of. Joe Dispenza reminds us that excuses are just thoughts you choose to feed. They have no power over you unless you allow them to. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start living your best life, all you need to do is decide. Decide to leave behind fear, limitations, and old patterns, and choose to live with purpose, action, and determination. You are stronger than any excuse that may arise. Within you lies infinite potential waiting to be unlocked. When you stop justifying why you're not living your best life and start taking action, the universe conspires in your favor. You begin to attract opportunities, people, and circumstances that will help you manifest your dreams. But remember, the change begins within you. Don't wait for something external to happen to decide to change. Now is the time to act. The life you desire is waiting for you on the other side of your excuses. The choice is yours. Continue finding reasons not to live fully or take the first step toward your best life. Joe Dispenza teaches us that by controlling our thoughts and emotions, we become the conscious creators of our reality. Stop making excuses. Start making decisions that align with your dreams. Each day is a new opportunity to change, grow, and create the life you deserve. Your best life is within reach. Now all that's left is for you to commit to living it without excuses, knowing that you are capable of creating the reality you desire.